Several businesses are still struggling to adhere to tax compliancy, a challenge to URA's domestic revenue mobilization, projected at 29.7 trillion shillings. The persistent gap, among other factors, has been widened by prevailing ignorance about the tax system among small and medium-sized enterprises. According to tax experts, ignorance of tax obligations, procedures and compliance requirements has created a substantial divide, hindering both the business growth and revenue collection by government.
Because for the longest time, the biggest gap that we've had as a country is understanding taxes and tax requirements. And a lot of people would have wanted to comply with their tax obligations, but there has been a lack of information for the longest time.
The fact that someone doesn't pay their tax is a problem, yes, but we try our best to make sure that we enforce tax avoidance or tax evasion. And that's why we have officers that are working downtown under what we call the TREP project to ensure that everyone pays a bit, because if everyone pays a little, no one has to pay too much.
Just yesterday, among many concerns the business community had to seek counsel from URA is inadequate bookkeeping practices, limited financial literacy, and complaining more about unfair taxation.
Where URA is taxing us, the traders, is unfair. We bring in our containers from wherever we go, bring in our containers here, but you pay money where you buy like me, I deal in spares. You pay for buying the spares, you pay money for bringing them or transporting them, that is freight. And here you have to pay an initial deposit to URA. But people, after losing all that money, people fail and leave their containers back in Nakawa. It means the costs in URA, the way they tax people, is unfair.
To recover these ones, which one we have lost from the business, how can we bring them, how can we appetizing them so that they can pay more taxes than leaving the businesses, and we remain with empty tin numbers and what.
It has become evident that discussions surrounding taxation and its implications for SMEs are crucial in shaping a favorable business environment, given high levels of unawareness of the current tax regime. By embracing tax compliancy, SMEs can navigate tax issues and drive growth, contributing to the thriving business landscape in Uganda.
One, the sensitization I would say a lot more has been done in the city center as opposed to many other parts of the country. And yet, of course, we are trying to look at expanding the taxpayers register across the country. So there is still a lot of taxpayers that are supposed to be joining or onboarded but haven't been onboarded. And I think therein lies the biggest opportunity for URA and for us as a country to grow that taxpayers database by sensitization, enabling people to get more information about the obligations that they have, and then that way they will be able to comply.
You can always appoint an agent who you can always consult. If you feel you're too scared of the taxman, or you feel the taxman might have a lot of self-interest, then get an independent party who will be able to walk the journey with you.
Addressing this still requires proactive efforts from government agencies, tax authorities, and professional support to SMEs to meet tax obligations. By fostering prudent taxation, SMEs are bound to contribute to the country's economic development while reaping the benefits of a transparent and supportive tax system. Bronia Katusiime, Smart24 TV, Business Today.